sabotage your application. Maybe they didn't like something about us as a family, our nationality. Hello everybody, my name is Ingrid Ostreicher and I welcome you to the Newcomers Club. Yay! First and foremost, please hit that bell, subscribe to my channel because we are starting a new journey right now. So what are you gonna find here? I would love to tell you. So you're gonna find here immigration stories, tips and tricks on how to survive here in Canada your first, second year, how to become permanent resident. If you are interested on immigrating to Canada in any of the provinces, my channel might help you to navigate that and especially to adjust once you're here, to learn from the Canadian culture. I became a permanent resident this year, in May of this year, in Nova Scotia, which it's a province that I love. So I'm gonna tell you in this video how I became a permanent resident and how was the journey to it, because it has a lot of ups and downs and there's a lot of information that I want to put out there for anybody to use it if they're having the same or similar situation as I had. So first and foremost, me and my family, today, September 7th, 4 years ago, we arrived to Nova Scotia. So this is a very special day for me and for my family. We arrived as a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 children of ages 4 and 6. Now my kids are 10 and 8, so yay for us. And we have a new addition. Also, we have a new little Nova Scotian, so we're very happy about that. My story, it's a little bit complicated, so bear with me, stay with me and watch until the end because you might find this video very helpful and insightful if anyone is having some kind of trouble with specifically IRCC, okay? So here we go. So we first applied for the provincial nominee program under the stream of occupations in demand, okay? We got approved for that and we received our acceptance letter. With that, we were able to collect all the permanent resident package application, which by the way, had to be done on paper. You heard it, on paper. To my surprise, I was not happy with that because, paper-based applications, something can happen, but anyways, we did it. We applied, we built our application package, put all the documentation there, which included proof of payment of the permanent residency, which you do using a website where you have to put pretty much how are you applying, if you're applying on what stream, and so on and so forth. And then they will tell you how much you have to pay, and that payment you have to print it off and put it with your paper-based package and submit it to IRCC. In this case was the office in Sydney, Nova Scotia. So we did. That was August 30th. We sent our application and we received confirmation that they have received it by August 4th. So everything was great. We're supposed to hear back from them 4 months later with our application number. We never heard of them. Not in December, not in January, not in February 2021. We heard from them on March 2021. How did we hear from them? We heard from them with an email that came to our email address, obviously. We received confirmation of our submission of the application with our application number. So we were very, very happy, very excited, because when you hear back from immigration, that means that everything is moving and at some point we're gonna hear back from them. So everything was great until April of 2021. So April 2021 became a little bit difficult for us because we received a notification in our online account that IRCC had an update on our application. And what was the update? We did not submit proof of payment with our application. And they were requesting it. So that was very odd because we were 1000% sure that we had put it, that we actually put the proof of payment with the application. That was like the first or second page of the application package. So that was very weird to start off. So what did we do? We had the option to submit that document through the online account that we had linked with application number that they had given us. So I did that the same day, uploaded it again, sent it to IRCC, submitted it, and just wait. We did not hear back from them. That was April. We did not hear back from them until June of 2021. And in June 2021, we did hear back from them with first an email of confirmation of receiving the document that we had submitted through our online account, saying, thank you, we received your document. Awesome. And then the same day, we received another update in our online account stating that our application was being sent back because it was incomplete, because we did not submit proof of payment. Yes, that's what the letter said, and they were sending it back, no questions asked. And we were like, what happened? Like, what on earth happened? We submitted the proof of payment with our package at the beginning, and then we resubmitted it through the website. Again, online, it was there. They even sent us an automatic email that they had received our document. So are they sending back our application based on what? If they do have the confirmation of the payment. Anyways, it was very frustrating for us. We had all our hopes put on that so we can move on with our lives. We were devastated. You can imagine how hard was that on us. But anyway, we moved on. We waited for the application package to come back to us. And as soon as I opened the application package, the payment is there. The proof of payment is there with the stamp of the office, received August 4th, 2020. It was there. So we didn't know what to do. We were very frustrated because obviously something had happened. At that point, you think that someone is doing something to hurt you, to, sabotage your application. Maybe they didn't like something about us as a family, our nationalities, our pictures. I don't know. Everything goes through your mind at that point. So what ended up happening is that in our frustration, we did not know what to do. We even were thinking about hiring an attorney, a lawyer, to help us out. But at the end of the day, we figured, like, what is a lawyer going to do? Like, he's going to just take our money and do the same thing that we can do. So at the end of the day, we ended up talking to close friends from here that we had made here, Canadian friends. And one of them told to my husband, hey, you know what? This is what you have to do. If you want to be in this country, you have to act like a Canadian. And this is how Canadians do. We complain. We complain about everything. And that's what you have to do. So you have to write a letter to the Premier in Nova Scotia, to the Immigration Minister, and to the MP, which stands for Member of Parliament, the representative Member of Parliament here in Nova Scotia. From our district. You have to write letters to all those people. They have to reply you. That's a thing. It's a standard. They have to answer every single inquiry that they receive. So we felt a little bit uncomfortable with that situation because we thought that because we were immigrants, we were like a second-class citizens. Therefore, we don't have any right to complain about something that is affecting you related to immigration. You know what I mean? It's a situation very complicated, but we learned a lot about it. So we took the advice of our friend. We sent the same letter to the Member of Parliament, to the Premier in Nova Scotia, and to the Immigration Minister, Canadian Immigration Minister. Within 1 or 2 days, we received an email back from the MP's office, which is Darren Fisher. Okay. His office contacted us like right away. I think it was the same day even. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was the same day or the next day, but they contacted us right away, super fast. And they took interest in our case and they said, okay, just send us back this documentation so we can ask more information to IRCC with your authorization. And we did it. Submitted all the paperwork back to them, and they were allowed to ask any sort of information in our behalf. It's where things get trickier because they were having conversations with some contact within that office, Sydney office, IRCC Sydney, and they were giving them different answers on why they had returned our application. The first one was that they did not submit the payment, the proof of payment with their application. And we proved to the MP's office that, yes, we did it. And there's a stamp in the paper that says that was received in Sydney August 4th. So why they say that we didn't? Later then, they were having conversations again, and they told these people that we submitted the wrong amount in our paper payment. So that led us to having to call IRCC call center and ask more information about it, because we don't make the payments. I'm not allowed to make a payment a number. Like when you go through the process of paying, it's a standard. So you put your information and the website will tell you how much to pay and how to pay it. So it was impossible to get it wrong. So what we ended up doing is calling the call center, and they were as shocked as we were, because they were saying, no, the proof of payment, it's there, it's online, we can see it. And the proof of payment, it's correct because the amount it's correct in regards to our family and the program that we were applying for to get the permanent residency. We informed that to the MP's office. They were surprised again, contacted IRCC Sydney again, and then they told them that the payment was not in the name of the applicant, which also was odd because the call center had told us that it doesn't matter the payment in the paper, the proof of payment, which name is there. They have to attach the proof of payment to the application. It doesn't matter what cardholder name you use. You know what I mean? So it was very, very tricky, very complicated. And then the last one was even odd. Like they were telling the MP's office that the name of the applicant and the date of birth do not match, and therefore they couldn't see our application, which was even weirder. Again, we contacted the call center, explained the situation again, and they were as shocked as we were because they couldn't figure out what was happening with our application and why there was so much trouble on getting an straightforward answer. So at that point, we told to our contact in the MP's office, I won't say their names because I'm not sure if they are comfortable with it, but they did a really, really good job with us. So our contact there told us that she was going to contact another person in immigration, like above that office, and she was going to try to figure out what actually happened. They received the inquiry. They responded to her that they were going to do like an investigation to see what actually happened. And within 1 week or two, we received an email from her, from the MP's office, saying that we are now allowed to resubmit our application, send it back with the name of a person, addressed to a person, resubmit our application. And that was, that was awesome. That was great. We were so happy. And that was in August 2021, right? So we lost a ton of time waiting for the permanent residency, but we thought, okay, so they messed up. They have acknowledged that someone made a mistake, right? they're gonna receive our application and they're gonna process it fast because, you know, they were the ones that made the mistake, not us. That's what we thought. But that didn't happen because the Afghan crisis started, and then they were like, oh no, they're gonna have to wait because we're super busy trying to process all the applications from Afghan refugees and blah, 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 and they're gonna have to wait. And then another update from the MP's office, never from IRCC. IRCC never updated us directly during the entire process up until the end. Keep that in mind. Everything was through the MP's office at that point. They informed to the MP's office that our application was not going to be seen until 6 weeks, more or less, because that's how long it takes to reopen an application, up to 6 weeks. And then, well, that was August. 6 weeks were like in September, October, beginning October. It was six weeks that we had to receive some sort of update or anything. We didn't receive anything, nothing. And we continued our communication with the MP's office back and forth to see if they had received anything, if we had received anything. And during that entire time, nothing was updated by IRCC. So this is what the most frustrating part for me was. IRCC never updated us directly. We had to do everything through the MP's office, and all the updates that we received was through the MP's office up until the end of us getting our PR. That was very frustrating, and in my opinion, my personal opinion, very irresponsible. But anyways, we hit December. Nothing, we didn't receive any updates, anything. My husband calls to IRCC call center to see if they have an update. And what's even weirder is that they did have an update, but we didn't in our account. So the update was that we had received a new application number for our permanent residency application. So we informed that to the MP's office, and then we're thinking about it. We thought, you know what, this can be very bad for us if they have assigned a new application number, because that means that they're going to start all over again, and they are going to treat our application as a new application, and it's not a new application. It's a resubmitted application, and they have to respect all the papers that are in an application, because in this scenario today, at that moment, everything was expired. Medical exam, the provincial nominee certificate, everything was expired. So, but they were the ones who make the mistake on sending back our application. So we communicate that to the MP's office. They saw our concern, and that our concern was correct, was right. And they ended up contacting IRCC again to raise our concerns about that new number, so on and so forth. Again, they never updated us directly through the MP's office. We came to know that they were going to respect our paperwork, and they were going to acknowledge that everything was expired, but they had to use it anyways because they were the ones who made the mistake, not us. Fast forward February. At that point, I was about to give birth to my third child. Pregnancy was very stressful through the entire process because of all this. Our work permits were expiring in May 2022, and it was already February 2022, and we did not receive any updates from IRCC at that point. So we were very collapsed mentally and physically about the entire situation, because it was going to affect our entire family and our entire, projects here in Canada. We told the MP's office that we were having a child, blah, blah, blah. We were not expecting to having to tell them because we thought that at that point the problem was going to be solved, which wasn't. And that was very frustrating because at that point we thought that the problem was going to be solved and it wasn't. Anyways, I gave birth to my third child. Everything was going great. And after a couple of weeks, we received an update finally from IRCC to our online account saying that we had to resubmit a few paperwork that were very important, such as the passport, for example, that were going to be expired. We had renewed them and we had submitted them through IRCC online form to update your passports and stuff like that. We had that done like months ago and they didn't receive it. So we had to resubmit that. Also, they asked my husband a criminal record check from Argentina because we're from Chile. We're Chileans. He served a 2-year religious mission in Argentina back in 2006, 2007, something like that, or 2007, 2008, 2 years. And they require a criminal record check from there. So that's a different story. But we got the document and submitted everything, and then we just had to wait. And there was a bar, like progress bar, in our application online account. And first it was like 77% progress, and then 82% progress, and then 86% progress, and then 92% progress, and then 97% progress, then 98% progress, 99% progress, and we had not received an update. Oh my gosh, it was so terrible. It was so terrible. It was so stressful, and the date was coming, May 4th, that our work permits were expiring. And it was April 28th, I think, we received an email saying that we were accepted as a new Canadian permanent resident, and finally we were able to send like our last paperwork, like new pictures, and confirm our address and send our new pictures and other stuff. We were able to do that online because of COVID. They had to change a lot of things to do it online, so we were able to do it online, and then we wait for our confirmation of permanent residency. There were like letters that you receive in your email, and then with that you can do your new SIN number and so on and so forth. So we got it. We got the freaking PR, but it was so stressful. What's the take on this? Like, why do I want to share this? Why am I starting this channel? Well, it's because of stories like this. Sometimes immigration will mess up and you're gonna have to do things that you didn't expect to do. For us, was having to contact someone from the government to help us out with our situation. I think was the best approach, the best decision to actually have gone to specifically the MP's office, and they took it upon themselves and they did an amazing job. The two people that helped us at the beginning and at the end of the entire process were very thorough, very focused, and very consistent on keeping the communication open between us and IRCC, and everything was very open from their side. It was great. I have the best respect, the best experience with Darren Fisher's office. So I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I mean, if you have any concern as a new immigrant in Canada, what are your rights? What can you do if you have or you have a friend that has a similar situation as me? Reach out to your government officials, such as the MP's office in your district. I think that they have the power to represent you well if you have a stand to actually make a claim and say, hey, this is wrong. I did not do anything wrong. Someone messed up. Now, do I think that, maybe someone wanted to sabotage my application at the beginning? I have the feeling that yes, I have the feeling. And I'm going to explain that in another video, but why I feel that someone wanted to sabotage my application. But anyways, we got our permanent residency. We are permanent residents in Canada. We live in Nova Scotia. And it's the best province for us to live. So we're very happy. And yes, so hit that bell and subscribe to my channel. Make a comment if you want. If you have a topic that would you like me to cover, make a comment in this video or in the following videos, and we'll take it from there, okay? So welcome to the Newcomers Club. And if you're Canadian, you can stick around as well. You can actually learn a lot from the immigration experience, okay? So stay tuned, please stay tuned and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.